Hey there, I want to do another lesson on lap steel here, and I want to talk about one of the things I kind of started doing when I got the instrument. The pedal steel guitar came out after, was developed after the lap steel, and somebody got the brilliant idea of creating pedals that would bend strings, or you could do it also so they loosen strings. And maybe it would come with 2 or 3 pedals, and then eventually they've got ones that have many pedals on the floor plus knee levers that change strings, multiple strings, and all this crazy stuff. And it can move the strings up or down a whole step or a half step. I don't know if maybe you can go higher than that even. But you can. What you'll see a lot of times, you'll see pedal steel players. They won't even be playing anything but a chord, holding completely still, and doing really all the work with their feet. They'll be moving up, and they'll get they'll bend one of the notes up a whole step or half step, or go down. They can take a C chord and with just a couple pedals turn it into an F chord, or with a couple more pedals turn it into a G chord or a B flat chord or a D chord or maybe an A minor chord. They can manipulate the notes by loosening and tightening the strings. It's really cool. I don't know how pedal steel players think. I mean, their brains, it's crazy because it's just not, there's no real way for me to even conceptualize notating that. But I don't play pedal steel, obviously. This is just, like I said, a basic lap steel, and it's very basic, instrument. It's just a bar and some strings, and so I emulated some pedal steel licks, at least bending up, by bending behind the bar with my ring finger. Okay, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. I took my ring finger, and for example, on this chord, if I go to the 5th fret and play the middle 4 strings, I have C, G, C, E. So the E on top is the 3rd, and if I want to make it a sus chord, or kind of imply a little bit of an F chord, I can bend that up with my ring finger behind it. If I want to, if I pre-bend it, I get a nice bend down sound. And then I could go up to D and do the same thing. To G at the 12th fret. I could also play, instead of these 4 strings, I could maybe play the top 3 strings. And so I've got C, E, G, just a basic triad. And now the middle note is changing, which is really cool. Very pedal steel sounding. And I could pre-bend it. Another one, so that would be the equivalent of doing kind of a 4-3 suspension, or 3-4-3, however you want to think about it. 3-4-3. If I go to the top string, so I've got C, E, G, I could go a whole step up there to A. I'm going up to that note, like I'm going up to this, bending it basically up to the 7th fret, sonically speaking. And I could even apply it. I'm basically, when I'm bending it, I'm almost bringing that 2nd string all the way to, 1st string all the way to the 2nd string. And I'm also, so I'm pulling towards me when I'm bending it. I'm also trying to pull a little bit up towards the ceiling so that the string keeps contact with the bar, the bottom of the bar. If you get away from the bar, it's just going to disappear. You won't hear anything but your finger on the string. And you can do the same thing where you pre-bend it and get a bend down. That's pretty cool, huh? Now, I'm not really good at this, but it's cool if I can take my 2nd and 3rd finger and bend both. So what I'm trying to do is, excuse me, I'm trying to bend the 2nd string up a half step and the 1st string up a whole step. And when I do that, I'm going from C, E, G to C, F, A. So let me try to get that. Trying to get that note. Okay, and when you do that, you're basically creating an F chord. So you've got C, and then you go to F, like that. Or I could go up here to G. If I'm at G and I do the same thing, I'm creating basically a C chord. See if I can do a pre-bend. Not quite. Hard to do a pre-bend. Okay, so that's just a cool little trick, and I throw a little distortion on it. Or I can even get, if I want to, I could do maybe a little bit of a slide in. I mean a fade in with the volume pedal. And pedal steel players use a lot of volume pedal too. Okay, so that's something fun to kind of experiment with, bending behind the slide on a lap steel guitar. I hope this is helpful. I hope you're able to kind of learn some of that and get that down, and maybe show me some things. Okay, God bless you guys. Talk to you soon.